It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And featured this week is C.J. Mosley. He's coming off an excellent 12-tackle game last week. It's the Jets and the Dolphins, next on Madden Football.
Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. Take it in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Tua to his Alabama teammate Waddle. First down, Miami.
First down catch there by Jalen Waddle. What a promising debut for the 6th overall pick in the 2021 draft. Led all rookies with 104 receptions, mainly catching passes from his college teammate, Tua Tagovailoa.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. The Dolphins have 1 and 3 here in the early part of the year. They've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win. Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and the losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful. And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on. So roughing the passer call is accepted, and this officiating crew not making very many friends here with this crowd. Yeah, we all know that everyone accuses the officials of kind of playing to the home team, but not in this case. They're just trying to administer the game the way it's supposed to be. That drew the flag. Setting to throw on first down is Tua, and he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there. Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion? And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now. It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield. And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right? I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll try it now with Mostert. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. And we get our first look at this New York Jets offense. Really retooled the last couple of seasons. And at the helm under center, 2nd overall pick from 2021 out of BYU, Zach Wilson.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
We're taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 18 carries, 112 yards, and a touchdown.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down. This is Wilson on the jet sweep. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Open man is Uzama. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Coming up in prime time here in Week 5, a couple of division rivalries on the docket, beginning tonight in the AFC North with the Bengals and Ravens from Baltimore at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Raiders and Chiefs from Arrowhead in the AFC West. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to pass. Tua. Open net is Waddle, complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Now Tua on the bootleg here. Out to his left. And he rifles one incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here's Davis. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
From the 24, Wilson. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Wilson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Miami set to take over. Okay, right. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. After the interception, here's Wilson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. To throw again on 2nd down, Wilson. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it, but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete. and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. And this one is incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Tua. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Here we go.
Tua to throw again. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Pass complete. Ezekama with it. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 13-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Tua setting up shop to throw again. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So, message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Jets now to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Hall. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Jerome Baker crashing downhill and getting the stop. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now it's Wilson. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Caught by Wilson. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Sanders' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Another go-around now for the Jets offense. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They'll start on the ground. Hall. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Let's go now.
Here's Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Xavier Howard. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Couple of Alabama guys there. Tua to Waddle for the Miami first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Three quarters in the books. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth. The kick by Sanders is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The New York set to take the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Hall to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go play action with Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. 2nd and 10 now. Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. On first down, Wilson. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Now Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. Open man is Waddle, complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of down. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
2nd and 5 now. Wilson, open man is Uzama. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Wilson now off the bootleg. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this will stay a 4-point game. Now, this was still going to be a 1-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
Being chased out left. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Tua going to throw. He's got to complete to Waddle. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Here's Tua. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Caught. It's Wilson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Tagovailoa. Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Tua to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now Tua. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Tua. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
For the lead, here's third and goal. Now Tagovailoa. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. So here's Wilson and the Jets. Down 13-10, 24 seconds to go. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And he'll have a first down, but a great tackle there keeps him from getting to the boundary. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Now they burn the timeout. And they're kind of in that gray area where they might be able to get 2 plays in, but maybe just 1 play left in this ball game. We'll see. This for all the marbles. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and
This player has a zone ability. This is a powerful ability that can be activated when the player... It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. A first carry for a Miami native. This is Dalvin Cook. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 17 carries, 65 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
Cousins' throw taken in here by Jackson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He was brought down by Nick Needham. Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Play fake, Cousins. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. This defense for the Dolphins, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And Joseph Charlton on now to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. Now what a first down pickup of 8. The Dolphins hit 2 and 3 here to begin the new season. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. That one complete to Hill. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. In motion, Hill. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football. He's got room at the 30. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. And that's a linebacker showing he can football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, in a great play for that defensive unit. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Tua. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
What we talked about prior to the game, their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Hill to return it. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. We had a pair of division rivalries in primetime last weekend, week 5, and we've got another pair of good ones coming up here in week 6. Starting tonight, Cowboys and Eagles from Philly on Sunday night, and then tomorrow, Monday Night Football has the Broncos and Chargers from SoFi. That's going to be a lot of fun, no doubt. Kickoff 5:15 local time for that one out in Southern California. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tua. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. They complete it to Hill. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. A great stop by DJ Wanham to back the offense up on that play. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half. So
here are the Vikings to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Bears, and they lead things here as well as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. On play action, Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Play action now, Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Rosas good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Adam Thielen. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And out come the Dolphins now. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Rolling to his right. He's going to find his tight end. That's Hunter Long. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill from 6 yards away. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. He'll find Thielen working the middle. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll throw again. Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. He's got room at the 30. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Cousins. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson. in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. This taken in at the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
Okay, ready?
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. To his throw, caught by his receiver, Hill. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Hurry, hurry!
A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Ready, ready!
On play action, here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They go play action. Cousins. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
To throw again on second down. Tua. And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL.
Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A first down and then some. 36 yards. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. To throw, Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 24, Tua. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And Peterson, what happened? He lost the football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Cousins to throw it. Throwing for Smith on the out route. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Cook again. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Hill on the return. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Tua going to throw. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
On the set. Go. Black Ultra. Smash, red.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Defense.
So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? And to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset at.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by a South Florida native, Patrick Peterson. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 41. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right.
Now Cook hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the foot. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
After review of the play,
that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Play fake. Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. The 20. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I don't they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And out now come the Vikings. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Cousins now. And he'll just get rid of it.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On second down, it's Cook again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. And that's caught at the 25. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Shifts by him. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Cook. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, this from 34. Rosa's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So Tua and the Dolphins down by 13, 30 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Tagovailoa. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against the top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was...
These players are on the last year of their contract.